Clark Payne Enterprises, new to you salon, Shoreliner Hobby, Gary Snow Plowing Buick.
Out of Salem, at the wheel of the 27, it's Pat Dunellen. He's sponsored by Perry Motors, and it's a Ford for you Ford fans. Correction, 27X. And that is Ed Reed Jr. out of Waterford, the Larry's Auto Machine Chevrolet.
Starting outside of him in the 10th position, car number 83. That's Joe Gambino from West Haven. The Source Colonial Toyota, Discount Tire, Olbridge Metal Specialist. Gene.
Out of Brooklyn at the wheel of the 26, it's Darren Mendito. Darren's Electrical Services, Don's Design Buick.
Starting 12th on the grid, that's car number 66X for Rob Lozniak. Lozniak hailing from Westport, the Ron's Engine Building, Allied Karting LaJoie's Auto Wrecking entry.
Out of Plainfield at the wheel of the 22, Ernie LaRose, the R&R General Repair, Monte Carlo.
Running 14th on the grid, that's car number 47. That machine driven by Ted Chafee from Brooklyn.
Charles Bailey out of Oakdale at the wheel of the 94, the Pequot Motor Line, Paul's TV, Monte Carlo.
Starting 16th on the grid, that's car number 97. That machine is driven by Ken Cassidy from Canterbury. It's a WCTY sponsored automobile.
Out of East Haven at the wheel of the 50X, Mike Caprio, the Ron's Engine Auto Centered Buick.
Starting outside of him, that's the 38 of Bud Keeney from Clinton. It's a Vancourt Management Schumacher Construction Oldsmobile.
Lights are off on the pace car. Onto the infield it goes. Tony Leckie tells the field to settle. Gets the green. We're racing. Three wide. Down into turn number 2.
See the 3 of Joe Brackett quickly dropping off the pace, having problems with that machine. That allows the M3 of Jeffrey Hedden to jump up in front. Now getting pressured from the 44 of Russ Holly. 12 of Alan Coates. Coates hailing from Groton, now battling back on the inside underneath Holly, trying to hang on to that second position. And right behind them, it's 12 of Alan Coates, Jimmy Belisle, Eric Webster, and Eddie Reed Jr. in the 27X.
Looks like the whole field all the way back to about 12 spot is under one blanket as the Strictly Stocks do some heavy competition around this third mile over here. Thundering down through 3 and 4 wide, deep back in the back. The whole group of them now 3 wide off of turn number 2.
Up in front, lead changes over the 44 of Russ Holly now out in front. The M3 of Jeffrey Hedden drops back 1 slot. See Joey Coates and the 12X hanging tough on that high side, trying to take over the second position. Right behind them is the 9 of Eric Webster, Alan Coates, and the 12 down on the inside. And side by side for 6th position. See Eddie Reed Jr. in the 27X trying to make his way up on the high side. Jimmy Belisle in the 57 smoking the tires down through the turn as he gets hard on the brakes. Colliding with Ed Gersh Jr. in that 83X.
Russ Holly trying to check out the field, no good. As the 12X creeps up right behind him. Coates is hanging on, doing a wonderful job of trying to get up around the outside. Now here comes the 9. Eric Webster out of Groton, taking a nice spot.
Webster battling up on that high side. Webster likes running the high groove. It could be the fast way around for him. Still up in front, Russ Holly trying to get back into the lead. The 12X of Joey Coates still hanging on up in front. Holly now sliding underneath the Coates side by side down into turn 1 and 2. Holly on the inside, Coates up on the high side, is able to outpower him coming off the turn. Holly slides back into the second. Here comes the 27X of Eddie Reed Jr. Currently running in that 4th position. He wants to join the fight up in front.
Spin coming out of turn number 4. It's the 44. Tough break for the 87X of John Pollard. Yellow is out. 13 laps remain. Tony Leckie has the field slowed right down. Dennis Merchant's got the Waterford Speedbowl pace car out onto the speedway surface, and sitting in that number 1 spot is the 12X of Joey Coates. Coates is going to have some pressure because working his way up through the field is the number 9 of Eric Webster out of Groton. Eric's been real strong tonight, very competitive, and he's worked his way up to the front. Right behind him is the 27X car of Ed Reed Jr. out of Waterford, followed by the 26 of Darren Mendito out of Brooklyn. So the strong front runners there tonight, ladies and gentlemen. shuffle the field back up just a little bit. Rico's down there getting the guys squared away, making sure they're in their respective spots for the restart. And as you see the vendors moving throughout the grandstands with the Waterford Speedbowl programs, please remember, ladies and gentlemen, that part of the proceeds go right to the racers here at Waterford Speedbowl. So please support the sport you love and all the competitors, especially, the guys in the Strickleys and all that. They don't have all the sponsors, all the money that they need sometimes. Try to help out here at Waterford Speedbowl any way they can. So part of the proceeds from the programs go right back to the racers. So think about that when they're walking around and trying to sell you the programs. It's something that you can do to help out, patronize the guys that are putting on a good show. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like everything's squared away. Rico's struggling back up onto the starting stand tonight. It's hot, and he is, look at him, all red-faced and everything down there tonight. So let's get this thing back underway. The lights are off on the pace car. Sitting on the outside, there he is, Webster. He's going to put some moves on that 12X of Coates. Coates has his hands full. Also right behind him is the 27 car.
That's Eddie Reed Jr. from Waterford in the 27X. Darren Mendito in the 26. Darren hasn't won a feature yet, but he's going to by the time the season's out. He's been running real strong in his rookie season. We have a happy birthday going out to Tina Borden. She'll be 29 this coming Wednesday. Happy birthday, Tina.
One more year, Tina. Talk about the accelerator of life.
The big 3-0. Pace car ducks off the front stretch. Lazy green flag for Tony Lucky. Tony not happy with that start. So the caution flag will come out. A couple guys bumping and banging throughout the field.
All right, let's see if these guys can settle it back down for the restart. All right, field settles back down. Tony Leckie really going to be a firm hand on that green flag tonight. Tell him to hold it up, You go, and I tell you, here comes the green down the front straight. Go Webster, hold that, trying to hang on, comes back with a little bit more power up at turn number 1. Good restart, ladies and gentlemen. 13 laps to go.
Here comes the 27X of Eddie Reed trying to take over that second position. Trying to take that away from the 9 of Webster. Still up in front is Joey Coates in the 12X. That's that sponsor Wanna Machine. Side by side down into turn number 1. Eddie Reed on the inside. Eric Webster on the high side. Sitting right behind them is the 26 of Darren Mendito. Some more shuffling around throughout the field to the 7 of Johnny Gambino working his way up. Ken Cassidy in the 97 going a bit backwards. He gets loose through the turns.
27 Webster to the 9. Top break for him. Now pressure being put on by the 26. Mendito's trying to get him around that number 9 of Webster. Let's see what he can do. Gives him a little tap off of between 3 and 4. Doesn't seem to have any effect. Gets a little sideways and hangs on. Now here comes Milano all over the back down to the 26. Into this play comes the 94. Heat race winner, ladies and gentlemen, Charlie Bailey. Charlie Bailey makes the pass on the 26. Now he's got to reel in Webster in the 9 as the field comes across 3 and 4.
Eddie Reed's all over the back bumper of Joey Coates. Coates trying to go high, trying to go low, but Reed's just trying to find a way around him any way he can go. He looks to the high side, this time coming off of turn number 2. Reed sticks the fender right up alongside going into turn number 3. Gets a little loose through the turns, now decides to drop back down underneath Coates coming out of turn 4. Pulls right up alongside at the start-finish line. Eddie Reed to the inside. Joey Coates up on the high side. They battle through the turns, door handle to door handle. Dead even through the turns and down the back straightaway.
Hooked up like one big wide car. The 27X of Ed Reed is trying to get around any way he can. He's throttling down the front straight into turn number 1. He'll come out with that position. The 12X getting a little out of shape going in hot. Coates loses that position. Now in second spot. Now here comes Webster. Webster's trying to hold that position, but the 22 is giving it to him. Ernie LaRose putting the pressure all over Webster.
Webster's pinned down low, not running up in his normal groove. Now tucks it in right behind the 22 of Ernie LaRose. Up in front, 27X of Eddie Reed starting to open up a little bit of space between Joey Coates sitting in that 12X, currently running second. And it's Charles Bailey, 94. Ernie LaRose trying to figure out a way to get around Bailey. And it's the 9 of Webster. Side by side, Darren Mendino and Joe Gambino battling it out for the 6th position. Right behind them, it's Jimmy Belisle, the 57, the 66 of Rob Wozniak, and a whole bunch of cars trying to work their way up to the front.
All right, your front runners coming in half the rest of the field. Still watching battle from the rest of the Webster definitely out in front. Watch the front 4-5 pull away. Now, here we go. Here goes. Out four, the 22 down the back straightaway. Here we go. Bailey's trying to hold on the outside. The 22 car, Ernie LaRose, has got the line on the bottom side. Bailey's trying to make the pass on the outside going to 22. But just here, the 22 car LaRose is hanging tough.
LaRose driving nice and clean through the turns. Either those two cars touching as they battle it out. LaRose comes up ahead. Currently running in the third. Bailey slips back to fourth. Now Bailey trying back on the inside. White flag this time around. Eddie Reed Jr. in the 27X still up in front. 2 car lengths behind. That's the 12X of Joey Coates. And side by side for third position. Bailey on the inside. LaRose on the high side. This time Bailey's got that 94 Pequot Motors lines down on the bottom. They rub coming off the turn. Bailey squeaks it out at the line.
Barriers next to the sweeper. Jeffrey Hedden in the M3 took a little wild ride off the backstretch as we await the field to work their way by into the pits. And here come the top 3, ladies and gentlemen. The 27. '27X of Ed Reed Jr. out of Waterford, ladies and gentlemen, and Larry's Auto Machine. Chevrolet down there in the winner's circle. Wait for Ed to pop his head up over the hood. Let him know you appreciate the efforts he put in tonight to put on a great show in the Strictly Stock feature. Getting his picture taken, holding out just 1 second. Steering wheel getting ready to pop off. Gets congratulated by Terry Ames, track manager here at Waterford Speedbowl. Here comes your winner, ladies and gentlemen. Driver of the number 27X, Ed Reed Jr. Give it up for him. Time now to go trackside with MG Gear. MG, pick it up, buddy.
Ed is congratulating the crew. Makes his way over. Ed, congratulations.
Thanks, Mark. Whew. It's a long one. Very hot.
So now, a couple weeks ago, you were telling me about some secret weapon you had back at the shop. Is this it?
No, this ain't it yet. It'll be out pretty soon. Trying to get this one dialed in. I gotta thank Gary Espinoza from Larry's Auto Machine. He's done outstanding work for me. I can't complain with the horsepower. I think it's the best out here. I want to thank Benell's Auto Body, Perry Motors, and Jennifer Brigham. They've been helping me out a lot this year. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here.
All right, Eddie, congratulations. Picking up your second victory for 1995.
Thank you.
Sir, for Eddie Reed.
Ed Reed Jr. from Waterford, your Strictly Stock feature winner, getting his well-deserved kudos from our trophy presenter tonight, Holly Sensica. great job.